for it to Dubai, but I do really feel like we want to have an international footprint. I don't want to be the best design studio in India. I want to be the best design studio, full stop. So I do feel like expanding internationally and having a base in other places is going to help me do that. We're currently doing a lot of projects in the US, we're doing projects in Europe as well. So we've already expanded that. I do think Africa is where a lot of disruption is coming. It's a very disorganized sector. I would like to get in there more. We're exploring that a bit more aggressively. So Dubai is the landing point to be able to continue my world domination plans.
Wow, world domination. That's good. Sarah, you come from legacy. Your family have a 130-year-old antique and furniture business. Was it expected that you would follow suit? And also, how did you make sure that you carve your own niche within the sort of baggage that you had?
So I'm so glad you called it baggage because that's exactly how I viewed it. The business Isaji is the name of my great-grandfather, and he came from a small town in Syria called Sham, which is why my last name continues to be Sham. I actually didn't want anything to do with the family business. It was a very patriarchal son-to-son setup. So it was my great-grandfather to my grandfather to my dad. In my generation, my sister was the firstborn, and then they really prayed. They went to some like Babas and did some voodoo magic to get a boy. And then unfortunately I was born, and there was a lot of disappointment that there was a girl and not a boy. And so everyone thought the business was going to die out, and that the business was always called Isaji and Sons. It was called that for a really long time. So when I was born, I did feel the pressure of not being a boy for a long time, and so I was like, I don't want anything to do with this anyway. I'm going to do my own. Then eventually, I went to Duke for my undergrad, and I did feel like all of that love I had for art just came out, and I did grow up with all of it. So eventually, I did take the very long road. I had 12 different jobs. I worked as a news anchor, I worked at Vogue, I worked at a hedge fund. With the news anchor, I was a news anchor at Bloomberg. I had like 5 shows on commodities and currencies exchange market. I did the market opening show as well. I hated everything, or I got fired, and then eventually took a very long route to come back to the world of design. And now I just own it. I think everyone's been incredibly proud of the fact that I am taking the Isaji's name forward, albeit in a new way and direction.